We are about to find out. And also, Jason, unless it has changed, we got a quick little view of what characters people are on. It does look like Leffa is on the Infernus, so Hydra Nation, they put in Vegas on the Vindicta.
Okay. So that's a big step up, because Vegas only played Mirage last week. So if we're talking about him kind of adapting and kind of feeling his way into the team, this is definitely a start to see. So I guess you were right here, ZP. So Leffa on the Infernus, Burning Man.
Oh man, Furnace is getting up there in his old age, but yep, they have the confirmation there. It's Leffa on the Furnace, and okay, fisticuffs were it, and Abrams is getting out meleeed by a Mirage. What is going on? Calc is dead.
Did he just style on him as well at the end there?
Far ahead is part of it. I think it's a little bit harder for Leffa to get that far ahead with some of the recent economy changes, but still a threat depending on how the game goes down. And all right, Calc, a little bit of revenge on the DMB there. This time, he is the one throwing the punch. A die here, just barely able to get out. Not quite the poke you would have expected there.
Oh,
Lord M goes down.
Expect Hydration to come from behind, and that's going to be another kill coming through. Only a 1k soul lead. How far Leffa's pushed, but the problem is the only two people who can bail him out in lane 3 are also pushed against their own guardians. So either you're going to miss souls or something worse is going to happen. And well, at least there's going to be a turnaround here on the lane 2 with Lord getting the kill in Hydration.
Hydration going a little bit deep there.
You know, currently tying up the leader in the lobby at the moment. But he's going to be ganked here on lane 3. He's going to be caught out, and Rokane, I mean, he's got to die from this. There should be no escape.
Yeah, the binding ward didn't even need to go off. That was just high damage from both ends and really nowhere to go. Meanwhile, Stake harass back and forth.
I feel like the stone form should just bounce off of that cube. That'd be kind of funny. And it lands somewhere else. Speaking of somewhere else, lane 4 is what it's going to be. This is Lucky under pressure yet again. He's having a very tough time. There's really not much Naked can do to help him survive that, especially with Hydration rotating in. And well, this lane 4 has turned into a snowball. Look at Leffa currently on 8k souls to the 4.8 out of Sizlucky. I mean, yeah, you might have like a better comp for later game. Hard to keep them all straight in your head.
It's like, what's the economy this week? Who knows? But yeah, I think, you know, the Urn they're not too worried about. Lane 4 getting frisky again. Ido on the wrong side of Leffa goes down, and you know, each one of these pickoffs, Jason, just continually dig the hole a little bit deeper for Llama Lords.
You're going to need a lot more than this to really get yourself back through. I mean, everyone on the team is about 8 to 9k souls. And the other side, you have, you know, Hydration at 12k, Left at 11k, a swap coming through for Flick looking to get himself above the 10k mark. And Sizlucky again going to be the one to be punished.
I think this is where if you had a snarky EU viewer going, it's like, oh, well, this is why they don't ban Wraith in NA. It's like, this is the Wraith of NA. But also, I mean, a lot of things conspiring against Sizlucky there. DMB, though, finding Rokane. Leffa just tanking the pain here, Jason. Maybe even likes it, says, Ido, I'm going to set you on fire. Death Slam comes up, but I think it just might be a throwaway in the ult, and it is.
And on time he's going to be able to just keep pushing him. He's very low on HP. He does have healing right, but he's looking for the 1v1 down to 70 health. The Trooper's going to heal him up, and the telekinesis is going to be coming through as well. He's going to have to back away from this one, but he does have the kill on this. Is Lucky. He survives around the corner, and just like that, Leffa picks up 3 kills.
He can't keep getting away with it, Jason. This is the Leffa experience, and we see it all the time. And Young Calc saying, I've had enough. Over and in, Seismic Slam, charge. Surely Leffa goes down now, and the terror of Leffa, a slight reprieve, but it still ends up being a trade.
I like how you say you can't keep getting away with this, but we're in week 7 and Hydra Nation have yet to lose Deadlock Fight Night, so clearly he can still keep getting away with it. But definitely when it came to lane 4, like something has to stop him, and it took 4 players to finally take him down out as well. And this is gonna be the chase. This the first structure is gonna lock him in, but it's just Naked locked in with them.
Yeah, not necessarily the greatest to lock into Warden that's mid last stand. It's not the highest value as Kellen, but it's all Naked can do in the moment. Falls, Vegas, Flick on the follow through. Hydra Nation looking clean in lane 4 here, Jason. They do lose DMB. Leffa, low HP. Leffa, no, he's already gone. He's far gone.
Oh yeah, he's zipped out as quick as he possibly
could. Yeah, he's just like, I'm gone. It's zipline time.
He's finally given the respect to Llama Lords here in that lane. Instead, he's going to push lane 1 now and apply the pressure there, since they're still looking for their second walker for another flex slot. I mean, for Llama Lords, you're 16 minutes in, and they don't have a flex slot. And this is going to really start to hurt. I know I said this, you know, quite often, but when you get to points like this, you really have to make calculated decisions on what you buy and what you sell. And I mean, yeah, you'll charge him into the walker. The stun will come in on the walker as well. The Healing Nova going to come through to keep him alive and just force whatever they want.
again, the scary part here for Llama Lords, look at how big Hydration is right now in farm. Walks on over, becomes truly the final boss in dropping last stand right now. 20k, with the highest on the other team being 14k. It's actually ridiculous, the team fight presence that Hydra Nation has right now. And we're almost at the point, Jason, too, where they have earned, but they also, or, you know, they have earned the worry about, but they also could just go mid. And it'd be difficult for Llama Lords to deal with.
I think obviously like the biggest thing you have to worry about is of course young Calcs, or look for a couple of kills and transition that into the mid boss finally for them. That's gonna be a Rokan getting me caught out here, and he's just gonna lose all of his HP. Even the last stand coming out of Hydration. And that's the third walker. One left to go here for Hydra Nation as they continue to put the pain on.
Anvils out into the sky. Coming on out. Here comes a quick swap. Viscus in the firing range here. Viscus is down. Just a left hook coming in from the Warden. Hydration last stand is gone, but Llama Lord's down 2. And for Hydra Nation, you wonder, is this enough to quickly go mid? Soul's probably going to grab something like the Veneers Kevlar, would be my guess. Gunkout, though, in danger. Gets hit with the tornado. Pressure from all sides. Goes down over the urn spot. Speaking of urns, Lefa going here, going, you know, we're not going to be letting you pick up that urn just yet. Guns down naked. Urn now securable from Hydra Nation. And they're just slowly adding on to their lead, Jason. Some of which did get taken away, but now, mid-boss.
Yeah, and I think one of the hardest things for like a newer team, like obviously Llama Lords, we've seen these names quite a few times, but the fact is they haven't been playing together for a super long time, is like coming back from games. I feel like that's something you have to really drill over reps of, you know, scrims over and over and over again. It's really hard to pull off comebacks when you're kind of like fresh. Well, your synergy really does matter, and you have to make the perfect plays every single time and force mistakes out of your enemies. So I think it's gonna be really tough for Llama Lords to get back into this. And they're even going on the chase for Sizlucky. They're really looking for him here.
I think he's caught. Sizlucky's in real danger. Drops a telekinesis, and it's nowhere near enough to stave off that level of aggression. Meanwhile, you look at this. Hydration still his last stand in reserve. Calc getting burnt on up by the Infernus. The rest of Hydra Nation coming on in. Rokain is down, and mid-boss would be super easy, but the question here now, Jason, is do they go for the extra walker and shrine, or do they just play it safe and go mid-boss? Looks like mid-boss is the play. Set this up on a good note. It has to start with Ido, and then the fall-through has to be there between Shelter and Telekinesis. I mean, but you can't lose naked like that early, because if this starts happening, you're going to stagger to death. And Hydra Nation is more than willing to just have that happen.
And the only way you're going to get a big death slam into your own spawn is if they're killing the patron when it's weakened. And if you're already at that point, you're already pretty much saying goodbye to the game as well. And with Naked already down, the patron going to be transformed. I feel like Hydra Nation are going to close this out, this first map of the best of 3 right here. What can Llama Lords do about it? Maybe a Storm Cloud out of Rokain could maybe set themselves up for some success, but let's see.
3-man telekinesis. Ido, though, down mid-death slam, just gets assassinated by Vegas. There on the punish. Llama Lords down 2. Hydra Nation full strength. Second stage patron getting pummeled. Hydra Nation coming in and making a statement here, Jason, in map 1. Hydra Nation once more, 1 map away from being the kings of NA once more. Well, Jason, we're getting into it. It is going to be Hydration the Dynamo, so we figured it out in draft phase. We got it. But now as we took to the lanes here, going to be a slightly different approach here. A lot of heroes getting changed up between which team has them. What strikes out to you as we see the lane picture come into focus? Come over to try and tilt the scales. Realistically speaking, you have to keep a big eye on lane 2 to figure out what is going to go on in lane 1 in this game. But speaking of pressure right now, Naked super low. They're diving Naked and get him. Vegas, quick punish, and now Ido has to run. And this has a domino effect here, Jason, too, where this is going to set Ido back in lane.
Yeah, and you don't want to have, I mean, we'll see how much of this CS he can get here, the amount of souls. He's still going to be down a decent amount, not to mention they're going to continue to be able to pressure him if they want to, as they can see to return back to lane. Also, we did see Young Calc look to soak into lane 1 a little bit, but he gets caught out on 97 HP, and he really has nowhere to go. Tries to go for the charge to hit onto someone. He does somehow avoid some bullets. Can someone just hit this man? He's on no HP! How the hell does Young Calc turn this around?
Because they didn't respect the ability to parry. Calc goes for the fake melee. They don't bite and go for the parry, and then they just go for the wrong melee on the Calc, which Calc happily parries, Jason. Kelvin's below on the flick, eating damage. Kelvin going to the back, dropping healing right in the middle, goes for the parry, and no! Flick says, not today. finishes it off at a hair's breadth. Where that's one of those things where you kind of gamble and hope that you catch a quick melee with the parry. As well, also Vindicta gets run over by Calc, who is starting to look very fearsome this game now. Jason.
I mean, if we're talking about individuals, right, we keep mentioning Rokane was a big instrumental part into Llama Lords taking the first map up against Hydra Nation in the Proving Grounds. And right now, it might be Young Calc to be the one here in the second meeting. Nice little jump punch comes through at Alefa, gets the kill, and this is lucky. And, well, now this is going to be something you have to keep an eye on here for Llama Lords. You cannot... He does join in looking for a gank. Last stand is up. But he has to hope for the overcommitment to allow this to happen. In the meantime, we're still seeing pressure happen onto lane 3 during all this. There's a 3-man gank coming in out of Hydra Nation as Quick has rotated in. Naked will unfortunately fall yet again here. So, and Young Calc, you kind of pulled it back for your team once. Can you potentially do it again? As we did see the concussive combustion come in onto lane 1, not able to catch out.
Right. It was basically converting that lead into stabilization. You know, giving Sizzlucky a chance to recover versus Llama, for example. Telekinesis used here. You see DMB hiding behind the Guardian. Pressure still on. Lord goes down. And the rotation from Hydra Nation, enough to deal with that there, Jason.
Yeah, Quick comes in. It was a good use of telekinesis to keep himself alive. Sizzlucky in the 1v1 up against Lefa. Does dash to look to get away here, and that's going to be Naked coming from the side to help him out. A good bait comes through, and they do punish Lefa here. So Llama Lords, they might have been down, but they're not out just yet here as they're bouncing back across all the lanes.
Doing that half wall. The half wall actually really frustrating to fight against, especially when you have healing aura going on. Dynamo surprisingly tanky. Onto the split screen though, Lefa versus Kelvin. Here in the side, Frozen Shelter down, and this is an unfair fight and then some. No way Lefa's gonna survive that one. The 2-for-1 slam for kills. And it was around this point in the game. This time around, Jason, though, there's no Dynamo. But hold that thought, DMB. Telekinesis on the Calc. Again, hit from both ends. And a Singularity for good measure. Just throw all the ults to throw Calc back in the spawn.
Hey, I can't trash talk that. If they use Frozen Shelter to lock in Lefa for a kill, I'm not going to knock them on using Singularity with Telekinesis either, because they might get punished off the back of this. We see Ido go in. They have no really ultimates here to stop this. DMB is going to fall, and they're looking to chase this onto another kill. It's just going to be Quig left alone, and he will go down to Rokane. And Llama Lord is able to turn this quickly around here. I mean, the Urn is heading back towards the spawn. Potentially, they can look to turn this one in, but they're trying to apply some pressure as Hydration's response is, well, let's push this lane for a Walker.
Yeah, they would like to get even more walkers down if possible.
They lose a massive fight here, you sure as hell know they're going to lose the mid-boss too.
Ido's on the way like the Riders of Rohan. Should be in the fight in a moment. Vegas, flight canceled. Not going to be as big of a threat in the fight. Ido unleashed, finds DMB, and it's Ido, Lord and M in the middle of the fight. That is a super healthy Ido cleaning up business. And you look here. Here's Lefa going, oh god, why did I travel into this fight? I did not want any of this. Massive game-changing fight here, Jason, from Llama Lords. He holds off, but that was an incredibly fast-flying Abrams from the top.
He doesn't look like too big of a fast boy, but he is blue like Sonic. There's the telekinesis coming through, not really doing enough damage, unfortunately, though. I mean, he eats, 1,1400 damage. Eventually, Lord will fall, though, with the help of Flick. And that's going to be another Walker going down. The response for Llama Lords is the exact same thing. Let's push lane 4 and look for a Walker ourselves off of this.
Walker for Walker. Lefa chosen to be the defense force here on lane 4. Pressure comes in, and
who caves first? And they're going to look for the fight off of this. Look to turn around. Hydra Nation already being down, looking to get themselves back in the game.
Look at this, onto the Geist, the Anvil, into the Telekinesis, Sizzlucky down, and there's a Singularity, goes for the Rescue Singularity, a little bit of sneakiness there. Naked, falling in turn, Ido, still holding on to the Shadow Transformation, opportunities to turn around for Llama Lords, here comes Rokane, Concussive Combustion, over and in, Ido hanging on to the Shadow Transformation still, Lefa out of the fight early, big source of damage gone, Ido looking for Quig, Shadow Transformation now in progress, here we go, where's the dive? Grapple, over, in, looking for Power Slash, goes in, too low, and again, get the rest of the finish here, Singularity, or rather, you have the quick Quantum, buying a little bit of time, and Ido gets bursted down. Really nice Quantum from Hydration, buys just enough time, Jason, towards the end.
Hydration just saved that fight, that Quantum entanglement, keeping those 2-3 players left up. Like, Ido was just had red in his eyes, looking for these kills, and Hydration turned this around. I mean, what can't Hydration play? I swear, I'm not shilling for him. I'm not his biggest fanboy. I know you guys in Twitch chat are, but man, he can play everything. And that single play out of him might have just saved the game here for Hydra Nation.
It was
They're one and
looking
the
rough
same.
from Hydra Nation. As you say, Ido had the bloodlust going, but now instead, wait, are they looking to contest this? Or look at this. Lord M on the top, drops down. Surely this won't happen. Goes in, Ivy, stone form. And right now it's frozen out. Hydra Nation gets it.
I was so confused there. I'm like, okay, just drop it. There's no one else there, but they really wanted to confirm it. So now with mid boss done, Hydra Nation, a big swing in terms of souls, a big swing in terms of momentum. I mean, they have all the objectives down. Like, there's no walkers left, there's no guardians left. It's all about the base here. If they go for Leffa and they overcommit to him, they turn in the urn. If they don't, Leffa takes your base. This is the go time. They have to make a decision.
They're in right now, and oh, the burst! Ido doesn't use Shadow Transformation in time. The Singularity now in from Hydration. They got 2 in there, 2 immediately cleaned up, 3 clean pickoffs onto Llama Lords. And Jason, this could be the end, and yet another championship here for Hydra Nation at Deadlock Fight Night. And Leffa never had to teleport, by the way.
Yeah,
Leffa's just like, I'm just gonna sit here.
He's just getting shrine after shrine. I mean, he's gonna look for a kill on assist. Lucky he might be able to pull this one off. He should be able to, as he's gonna fall. And Leffa's like, I got this. I'm like 1v base. He's played a PvE game when this is all about PvP, looking for the second shrine and the transformation on the patron.
What is your job? I shoot shrine. Like, Leffa is no longer, on the PvP realm, as you put it. But now, first stage patron getting absolutely demolished. Pursuit on the Paradox. Ceases Lucky. A little bit of creeping around. Seismic Slam. Punch. Quig in danger. Calc on the hunt. And wait. Is Quig getting away? No. Quig caught another stagger.
Look at Ido.
Llama Lords. Signs of life here. Here comes Ido. Shadow Transformation, Jason. Here's a grapple. DMB at the crosshairs. Down he goes.
He's pretty much fighting by himself against 3 players, and with the dive in, Hydra Nation are now down 3 players. Leffa will respawn, yes. And what's the decision? Llama Lords, they're back away. They're going to go for mid boss here, and that might have been the turnaround. Catching Leffa to translate into 2 more kills after. Don't tell me Llama Lords are getting themselves back into this game.
Well, I gotta tell you, Jason, they just got themselves back into this game. Unbelievable hunger for those kills and chase down. But Hydra Nation, they got the Singularity. You got Hydration in over the top. He's looking, he's waiting. Are they gonna dive in to deny the rejuve? Hydration coming in from the side. In on the off angle, moves on in. Singularities are coming in. No, there's this frozen shelter first instead. Now, the Rejuvenator not able to grab. The Singularity was used and it's stolen. Hydra Nation steal the rejuve. But Ido punishing 2. It's not over yet. Both teams bloodied. Hydra Nation down 4. Ido still alive. Lord NM still alive. Leffa running for his life. Jason, it's pandemonium.
Quig can be able to pick him up if they need to, but he obviously wants to get these kills. Nobody has the respawn. Completely slaps down Lord. The tornado going to be coming in to catch out Ido as well. He's going to fall, and they get the wipe. They're going to transform the patron. The respawns are coming in really quickly. Hydra Nation, they're going to get this one back for themselves. Don't tell me they're going to close this out off the mistake of mid-boss.
They're going to close it out, Jason. The mid-boss, they go for mid-boss when you have Singularity on the table. One of the best anti-mid-boss ultimates in the game. And the spawn timers just do not math out right now for Llama Lords. They're in second stage patron. Hydra Nation going to collapse on top of it. No one is left to defend. Rocane just coming back up, but it is a gasp, Jason. Not one that'll be successful. Down goes Rocane, and Hydra Nation are your 7-time champions of North America here at Deadlock Fight Night.